A Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing and teaching this word and truth and sincerity. Now, people tend to sleep on the fact that people don't really have the true understanding, of who the true people of the Most High are, man. Of who the true Israelites are, except for the uh, the high up elites. Because they know who because they know who we are, man. We are God's people, man. But that's why they do everything in their power to keep our people destroyed. Because it says in Psalms the 83rd chapter that it gives a list of all the nations that were confederate against Israel, and that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right? So the high up elites know who their enemy is, which is the Israelites. You know, because if we come back to who we are, man, they're fucked, man. Because if we come back to our power, which we are coming back to our power, man, we are in the midst of a building process being built back up so that we may be one with our power again, man, because he is very angry with us right now. Which is why he put us under, you fucking heathens, man. For punishment. But there's gonna come a time again to where Israel is gonna be one with their power, and they're gonna be above all nations on the earth, man. It's so it doesn't make any sense why our fucking people, when we tell them about how the other nations are gonna be in chains and be in subjective, man. Our people are like, well, I can't bring these friends with me. They're always considered with the heathens, man. It's like, hey, you are higher than them, man. You are higher than them. Stop being in that lovey-dovey fucking spirit, man, and open your eyes to what they have fucking done to you, man. Done to you and your people, man. Your family. All right. Now let's just start it off with proving the fact that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is for Israel, man, because that's who his people are, man. Israel is the apple of his eye, his chosen, man. It says Deuteronomy 14:2. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth." Look, see, so we are above, man, because this was written to Israel. For thou art a holy people, man, unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself. Let's get that word for peculiar real quick. It says a possession, a property, valued property, peculiar treasure. So we are like his treasure, man. We are his treasured people. We are his favorites. All right, and it's crazy, man. When you find scriptures where he talks about the other nations, it's not well pleasing. Like it says in what is it, Isaiah the 40th chapter. Isaiah 40:15. It says, "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing." Now, a drop of a bucket, nobody cares about, man. Nobody cares about the drop of the bucket. All right, because if you're carrying a bucket of water to a certain place, and there's a drop that drops, or there's a drop that falls out of the bucket, ain't nobody turning to be like, oh my god, that drop. It ain't shit. It says verse 16. It says It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing, and vanity. Woo! Look, see, so the nations are counted as nothing and less than nothing, man. You see, so this is how the Most High thinks of you heathens, man. You know, because you were really only meant to be servants to His people. That's why He created you. You know, because kings gotta have slaves, man. Ain't no great king has ever been, you know, a great king and didn't have servants. You know, it's just the order of things, man. All right. So I had quoted earlier that the Lord was angry with us now, but you know He will be with us. You know, we will be one with Him, at, you know, very soon, man. Lord willing. It's Maccabees 7. And this is a beautiful, beautiful chapter, man. I'm trying to figure out where to start here. I'll start at 2nd Maccabees 7 and 30. Yeah, I'll start at 30. It says, whilst she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. And thou, that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews, shalt not escape the hands of the Most High. And hey, master, master, hey, you know, that's pretty much what we tell, you know, tell you Edomites and tell you heathens all day long, man. Is you will be fucking punished, man, because the scriptures say that He is angry with the wicked every day. You know, and He's gonna cast you down from the place that you sit, that you think is a throne. It says, verse 32, for we suffer because of our sins, and though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction. Look, see, he put us in the state that we are in for chastening and correction. You know, to show us what it's like to live a life not being with Him, or not being you know, completely under Him, you know, but being under the power of the wicked. All right. And I know you Jakes aren't happy, man. No Jake's fucking happy being here. You know, and to those who are, you fucking 2/3, man. Ain't worth shit anyways. You might as well be a heathen. And that's just facts. You know, I believe even Esdras, you know, I think it was Esdras when he went to talk to his people, man. He even called them, "O ye heathens." You know, take heed, "O ye heathen." He called his own people heathens, man, because they act like heathens, man. So he might as well fucking be one. Anyways, verse 33, it says, and though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall He be at one again with His servants. But thou, O godless man, look, see, because the scriptures talk about how Yahweh is the God of Israel. Because Yahweh is the God of Israel, man. And looks, and so it's cool how He said, "O godless man," and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of the Most High, for thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of Almighty God, who seeth all things. For our brethren, who now have suffered a short pain, are dead under the Most High's covenant of everlasting life. But thou, through the judgment of the Most High, shalt receive just punishment for thy pride. You know. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching the Most High that He would speedily be merciful unto our nation. So He's going to be merciful unto our nation, the Hebrews, man, the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and that's who He's gonna have mercy on, man. It's to the Israelites who call upon His name, man, and pray for His mercy. You know. and who seek him with their whole heart and soul and mind, man. Merciful unto our nation, and that thou by torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is the Most High, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon our nation. It's a beautiful thing that he said that, because it was righteous for the Most High to do what he did to us, to do what he's still doing to us, man. Because we went so against him, man. So it's justified. So it says, which is justly brought upon our nation, may cease. And so then it goes on to talk about how it pissed him off and shit. It pissed off that dude that they were talking to, but the punishment and the curses that are on our people now, man, they are gonna cease and they are gonna end, man. And then we're gonna be above all people upon the face of the earth. The scriptures talk about these things, man. Let's get Sirach 37 verse 25. It says, the days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable. So the Lord is always going to be with Israel. So Yahweh Shem Shai is always going to be for Israel, man. He created us to be a holy people, and though we are in punishment and are a stiff neck and destroy people now, it's not always going to be that way. Because like I said, we are in a building process, and there's going to come a day to where he's going to redeem the 1/3 and the elect, and the 2/3 are going to be killed off and die, but then they're going to be reborn through the 1/3 and the elect, in the kingdom, and then they're going to be right then, because the laws are going to be written in our inward parts. Let's get Jeremiah 32 and 36. It says, and now therefore thus saith Yahweh, the God of Israel, there it is again, concerning the city whereof ye say, it shall be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon, by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whither I have driven them in mine anger and in my fury and in great wrath. And I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God, and I will be their power. So that's what the Lord said he's going to do, man. He's going to gather all his people which he has driven to all countries, and then they're going to dwell safely. Luke 1:68. It says, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, and as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers. Look, see, this is all directed to Israel, man. This is a bloodline thing. This is a seed thing, man. So you can't really just choose to be an Israelite. It's all according to what your bloodline goes back to, man. By your father and not your mother. It says to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we be delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear. But I basically got the point, man. That he's going to redeem his people. He's going to save his people out of the hand of their enemies, man. And so who are the enemies of Israel? All heathen nations, man. Go read Psalms the 83rd chapter. So with that being said, man, I hope that this is edifying. So until next one, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Al Shai Bashim Kakwadash. So until the next one, I'm going to say shalom.